Welcome back. Thank you very much indeed for staying with us. Now, renowned photographer Oscar Guiterrez is to give us a glimpse into the life and times of Nelson Mandela. Guiterrez captured Madiba and other luminaries during key moments that shaped South Africa's transition to democracy. And some of those photographs can now be seen at an exhibition titled Iconic, which runs until the 15th of July in Mellville, Johannesburg. Oscar joins me now live. Thank you very much indeed for your time. You spent many years tracking South Africa's democracy, isn't it? In terms of this exhibition, iconic historic moments, what can we expect?
Images since 1994. I came to South Africa in 1994.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Guatemala, grew up in the U.S. And when I left the U.S., I was working for NASA. I came here. I was so tired working for NASA.
Yeah. So
I came here and I came with a lot of film. I came to cover the elections of South Africa and Mozambique with the refugees, and I was lucky enough that I came across to a lot of people, including Nelson Mandela, and that's what you're going to see. Most of the images of Nelson Mandela from the 1994. For example, this is one of the images at the Carlton Center in 1994, at a press conference.
Can we get a shot of this? Yeah, there we go. So where was this?
This was at the Carlton Center.
All right.
Most people saw pictures of Madiba at the Carlton Center when he was head and shoulders. Yeah. But now people can see the background, how he was looking in those days. Yeah. You can see Nelson Mandela, a constitutional hill, where there's the only picture that exists of Madiba at his cell is this picture. Yeah. There's no other picture of Madiba at his cell. You also will be able to see a picture of Winnie Mandela. That the only picture of Winnie Mandela at her cell is the only picture that exists.
Right. Powerful images indeed. You came here in 1994. What did you know before that, before coming to South Africa, about Madiba?
Probably very little. I can say nada. In Spanish, we say nada.
Nada, yeah.
Very, very little, other than whatever we were feeding up in the media in the United States. And, because, I knew very little, but I knew who Madiba was. But most of the other people, I didn't have no idea who they were. So I was very lucky to be able to be part of this, keeping the legacy of Madiba alive. And that's the reason I'm doing this exhibition, to keep his legacy alive. And I think it's very important for us to keep his legacy.
It's a special month, isn't it? It's a special year. We're celebrating the centenary of his birth this year. You've, through your lens, experienced South Africa over the years. It's our democracy. It's been a rocky road, lots of challenges, littered with challenges, a raft of challenges. But where we are at this stage, what's your impression as a photographer in terms of South Africa currently?
And obviously now South Africa has a new president, has a new direction, and I hope that things will go now in a good direction, in the right direction. But I'm not a politician, I'm a photographer. So I've captured images of people's lives and history of South Africa. And I wish, I hope, and I think it's going in the right direction nowadays.
Apart from Madiba, which other luminaries have you photographed?
Many people, look, if you can see this picture, for example, it's Gaddafi, Arafat, and the wife of the president of Zimbabwe. And there's one picture that is very important. It's a historical one. This is Madiba with Renamo and Frelimo. This is the only picture that exists of Madiba, Renamo, and Frelimo. So and I was so close to them, less than a meter away from them. So there's not only that you will see images of Madiba, but I was so close to them. So that's why I call them iconic moments. There's another one of Madiba at his cell, at Constitutional Hill. The only picture that exists of them together. And that's the same picture we used for George Bezos' book, 65 Years of Friendship.
Right. I mean, let's talk about your proximity to Nelson Mandela. I mean, when you hold an exhibition like this, what does it mean for you personally?
It's very touching because, you know, Madiba was Madiba, and he was down to earth. And you people will be able to, when they come to the exhibition, will be able to see this picture, for example, of Hervé Belafonte with Madiba. Here Belafonte cannot take his eyes out of Madiba. So if that was Here Belafonte,
that magnetism, isn't it? Yeah.
Can you imagine how would be my face if somebody had taken my picture with Madiba? So if we see Here Belafonte looking at Madiba, he cannot get enough of Madiba. Yeah. So it's special moments that are undescribable.
Okay, just remind us about the dates and times. And I understand that these photographs, some of them, are going to be on sale, and the proceeds?
Yeah, the images are for sale, and 5% is going to the Nelson Mandela Foundation. The exhibition is at Bamboo in Mellville, and it's going to be there until Madiba's birthday, which is the 18th. Yeah. So we're taking the exhibition down on the 19th of July. So we keep the exhibition open from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the evening. Yeah. For those that cannot come during the working hours, they can come later as well.
Accessible. Oscar, great chatting to you, and all the best. Iconic historic moments is at the in Mellville from the 7th to the 15th of July. Oscar Guiterrez is a renowned photographer. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Let's take a bit of a break. The agenda will be back after this. Stay with us.